If you've been living under a rock, then you might not have heard of Helldivers 2. But Helldivers 2 is a PvE co-op third-person shooter game that has been massively dominating the Steam player base and the Steam chart sales because it has shown what a live service game should be, and it's been honestly amazing to play with me and my friends. But it has gone under a huge controversy that is putting the game at risk and might even kill it. Sony has made changes to where you have to have a PSN account to play Helldivers 2. Now you may be thinking, well, this is fine. You do this with Microsoft, you do this with Rockstar, hell, even Ubisoft games. What's the problem with PlayStation? The problem with this is that they sold the game before you had to make a PSN account. Not to mention, they sold the game to countries where they cannot make PlayStation Network accounts. Meaning, once they buy the game, play it for 3 months, and maybe have not read the terms of service, they are locked out and are not able to play Helldivers. Recently, Sony has even blocked from selling Helldivers 2 in countries that don't support PSN accounts, so it shows that they're doubling down. Result of this is that Helldivers 2 is now getting review bombed heavily. Over 100,000 negative reviews going on right now towards Helldivers 2. And it's not stopping. Right now it is at 160,000 negative reviews. And it's funny because considering that this is a community where you have to work as a team and in numbers to destroy something. And if you think the review bombing is not helping the game, then think again, because devs are actually encouraging players to review bomb, saying that this is the only way real access to contact with Sony and get the message across. They even said in this quote right here.
Players making their displeasure known through reviews, refunds, etc. gives us more pull in discussions with Sony. They don't read our Discord. It hurts to see the game popularity suffer in ratings, but discussions are ongoing. Our team is on the side of the players in this fight. It's unrealistic to expect people to make PSN accounts in different regions to get past the account linking requirement. We're aware of that. Discussions are ongoing.
So this just goes to show that even Arrowhead has trouble with contacting Sony and don't even agree with these changes. They just want to make a good game, but they now are getting dragged into the middle of this. And because of this, the community is not doing so well. They are making fun of Sony. Sony is kind of ruining their name at the moment right now, because this is something that could be easily avoided, but here we are. This is actually the list of countries that are banned to make PSN accounts and cannot play Helldivers 2, even if they played for the amount of months that it was open. And now they are locked out, and this is the amount of countries, which is an insane amount. It's absolutely huge. This is actually blocking 1/3 of the country from accessing the game. Even if you can make a PSN account, people might not want to make one because of security risk. Sony has had trouble with past security, having hackers get personal data from PSN accounts in 2011, and just recently in October of 2023, Sony had to notify employees about a data breach that has happened, which wasn't too long ago, which shows that Sony's security is still not great and is at constant risk. And which connecting to your Steam account might put your Steam account at risk, and players just don't want to make that decision and have that happen. Because of this massive change, people are now requesting refunds for Helldivers. Even though they might have multiple hours on the game, they believe that they deserve a refund, and I believe people who are not able to access the game deserve refunds. In fact, people who don't want to make PlayStation Network accounts and risk their information being stolen also deserve refunds, because you shouldn't have to pay for a game that risks your information. You should be able to get refunds, and Steam should be able to issue out refunds, which they have. It seems like, apparently, according to multiple sources, refunds have been issued out, and you can actually go get a refund if you want to. I think we can all agree that Helldivers 2 is a gem of a game that shows what live service should really be, and shouldn't have to go through this dumb crap that Sony's making them go through because of corporate greed. This is a game that doesn't deserve to go through any of this at all. You can tell that a lot of the devs have been hard at work and put a lot of care into this game, just for Sony to pull the strings and make it and sabotage their game entirely. While this might not kill Helldivers entirely, this is going to significantly bring down the player rates, and it has recently. Because of this, many players who've spent hours on their account have lost it because of your changes. What was the game plan on selling your game in countries where they couldn't make PlayStation Network accounts, and then later on making it so that those players aren't able to access it? What do you think was going to happen? That they weren't going to request refunds? That people weren't going to go in outrage about this? What do you think was the game plan here, Sony? What do you think was going to happen? Anyways, that's about it. Have a good one.